welcome to Video Rental, your retro movie hub. Join us as we rewind through the iconic films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s gems. From cult classics to blockbuster hits and even some infamous flops, we're covering it all. So grab some popcorn, get cozy, and let's dive into the wonderful world of retro cinema together. On today's episode, we're going to be covering Die Hard 1988. And today we're joined by Derek.
What's up?
Doug.
Yippee-ki-yay!
It was so hard not to write down that quote. All right. So, Derek, let's start with you. When was the first time you saw Die Hard?
It was definitely on cable television.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was USA or if it was like TNT or TBS or something like that. It was definitely on cable television several years after it had released in the theaters. And I want to say it was just on a repeat of maybe they were doing like a whole like Bruce Willis set of movies or something like that. Or all the Die Hard movies that had come out at that time.
Yeah.
And I watched it then. I was probably about 12 or 13 years old, I want to say.
Okay.
I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And, that was one of those movies that you knew was really big and was popular. You always saw it in the video store. But, of course, with the rating, it was the sort of a barrier there as a youngster until you could get the toned-down version on cable. But, yeah, I want to say I was about 6th grade, 7th grade, around in there, and was just completely blown away. And the first scene that really stuck out in my mind watching that was John McClane running across the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very painful scene.
Yeah. And then a few years later in the 90s, I remember there was a Sega arcade Die Hard game. You'll have to look it up on Google. But I remember going to the Garden City Pier in South Carolina when we went on our family vacation. And the Garden City Pier had an awesome arcade.
Yeah.
And one of the machines that was a big draw in there was the Die Hard game.
Was it like it had the machine guns sitting there and you were shooting the machine guns? Or was it an actual, like, joystick?
I want to say it was a shooter.
Okay.
But it had great cutscenes in it.
It sounds so
It was really
familiar.
blocky.
Yeah.
The graphics weren't that great.
Yeah.
But this was in the era when, arcades were just unbelievable. Yeah. So you had like Mortal Kombat 2, you had like Street Fighter.
That was back when everything was like $1.
Ninja Turtles.
Play.
You had a lot of beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
Hitting at that time. And
the heyday of arcades.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. But as I remember, it was a shooter. And then I think that game came out for like the Sega Saturn or Sega CD one. But so the video game tie-in with that movie was like really big.
Yeah,
for me at least.
It definitely sounds familiar. I bet you I've played it.
You guys go ahead. I'm going to look that up.
It's funny that I always ask when we've all seen these movies and stuff, and it's so funny. 99% of the movies these rated R movies that we've seen have always been on TBS, TNT.
Oh, late night. Yeah.
Always, every time.
Okay, so here it is. Kind of an ugly picture of the Die Hard arcade. And I was wrong. It wasn't a shooter. It wasn't like the Terminator game.
Yeah.
I like the way they made Bruce Willis.
But it came out for Sega Saturn.
They probably couldn't get the rights to it.
But it was definitely an arcade machine first. And man, was it a quarter eater. But yeah, go back, look up YouTube videos of the gameplay. Yeah. It's super blocky.
Yeah.
And the graphics aren't that great, but
Hey.
It was a great tie-in. A lot of cool cutscenes for that one.
Doug, what about you? When was the first time you saw Die Hard?
Well, 88 was a weird year because that was probably about the year we were in the process of moving. So
yeah,
I was 13, so that was right after we moved up here. So I didn't even know where the theaters were yet. So it was definitely on TV.
Yeah,
it was definitely on TV when I saw it.
Well, I mean, I was 2 when this movie came out, so I definitely did not see this when I was 2. I mean, like you guys, it was definitely on TV, late 90s or something like that. Probably a good 10 years later.
I was at the perfect age to go see it in the theater. 13.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If
yeah.
you could get a parent to accompany.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Made my older sister take me. We're going.
That's how I saw a lot of rated R movies when I was young with my brother. We're going. I think that it was so funny. I think one of the first rated R movies that I got carded at, even though I was old enough to see it, I still got carded, was like, I think the third Matrix movie.
Really?
Yeah, they carded me,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Was it for all the bumping and grinding in the cave and stuff?
well,
I want to say the first rated R movie that I saw in the theater was Saving Private Ryan.
okay, yeah.
And that's because my dad took me.
Yeah.
And he was equally as interested in seeing it.
Yeah.
And I want to say, what year was that? Like 98? So I would have been like 8th grade going into 9th grade, roundabout in there. So I think I have a vivid memory of going to see that at the Carmack
Yeah.
over on Tunnel Road.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And just that's one we've definitely got to do.
Yeah.
But I think that's the first rated R movie I saw in the theater.
The funny thing is it was at Carmike when they carded me for.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, for that Matrix movie.
Carmike. It was probably a new hire working the booth that day.
Yeah.
Probably.
Give somebody a little bit of power.
Yeah, yeah.
Goes straight to their head.
Card everybody.
All right. So, Derek, do you want to read us some vitals on the movie?
Yep. So the plot: a New York City cop, John McClane, tries to save his estranged wife and several others taken hostage by terrorists during a Christmas Eve party at the Nakatomi Plaza skyscraper in L.A.
Which I have seen.
Oh, you've been there?
Oh, I've been to it. It's the old Fox building, is what it
okay,
is.
gotcha.
Yeah, I've been right to it. It's awesome looking.
So the fact that Christmas Eve is even in the plot description tells you that this is a Christmas movie,
I mean, I
which
thought
we're
it
going to
was-
debate.
It's definitely get chill in the air now, so it's a good time of year to start doing Christmas movies. So I mean,
It is not time. Need to do some like fall and Halloween movies.
and
right
this
now.
is absolutely why we're doing Die Hard, because Nathan refuses to admit
Moving
this is
on,
a Christmas
Derek.
movie.
So the plot itself, this movie is proof that you do not have to have a complicated plot in order for the movie to be great. It's just a very simple story.
Yeah,
Guy coming in to visit his family for the holidays.
yeah. Thieves
Then
take
it
over the
turns
building.
into a
turns
action
awful.
movie rescue.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome from the get-go. And so a lot of people think you've got to have this deep, convoluted plot with all this character development and all these subplots, and you really don't.
No.
And this movie is obviously proof of that. Now, we could debate the sequels that came after about which one is better. 1, 2, 3. How many are there now? 5?
Yeah, I think the last one was 5 and
Yeah.
it bombed, so he stopped
like
there.
his son. Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't seen many ratings lately of like how people tier them.
I think from what I've seen, I think it goes like 1,
2.
No, I think it goes 1, 3, 2, and then 4,
Oh
5.
man, but I love the second one.
Well, but that's the thing. A lot of people don't. People say two, of the trilogy.
People hate on the second one.
Yeah,
I need to
people-
look up some of those listings.
Yeah. I haven't seen the second one forever, so I honestly don't even remember. I know it took place like at an airport or something, didn't
Yeah,
it?
well, it also takes place on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, yeah.
And so there's not a lot of plot development from the first movie to the second movie.
Right.
And then
They
the
just
third,
know
the
it's at
third one is
Christmas.
completely different. It takes place in New York City. It's got Samuel L. In it.
Well, they really ramped up how complex the writing was in the third one, I thought.
But then at the same time, the third one's still about money.
It's been a minute since I've seen the third one, and I have all of them on DVD.
Yeah.
But generally, when I go back and watch them, it's either 1 or 2. And I don't even think I've seen the fifth one. I've seen
fifth
the
one-
fourth one
I
once.
saw it on TV.
I saw the fifth. I mean, I saw it on DVD. The fifth one takes place like in Russia or something, and he discovers his son is part of like a agency or something. It was not good.
It's thin.
Totally
it's real
forgettable.
thin.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about these facts. Released on July the 20th, 1988. I was 4 years old at the time.
I was not 2 yet. I was almost 2.
When you talk about 1988, listen to what else came out that year. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was the #1 grossing movie of 1988.
I love that movie.
A classic.
We might have to actually do that.
The Dip.
The dip.
Yeah, man. That was a Christopher Lloyd classic.
Yeah.
So Die Hard was going up against Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Also coming out that year, Coming to America was
Dude.
#2.
I mean, one of Eddie Murphy's best
If
movies.
that Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that was a big deal because of the animation, live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Together on the big screen.
With the Looney Tunes
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
And then also come out that year was Good Morning Vietnam.
I need to watch that movie. I haven't seen it in forever, but I always remember it was really good.
Yeah, it's definitely a little more. He had a mix. He was trying to bring in a little more.
Here's
serious
another
stuff.
classic from 1988, the #4 grossing movie of that year, Big, with Tom Hanks.
Classic.
That is a awesome movie. And everybody got spooked out by the Zoltar machine in that one.
You know, because we went down to Panama City about a month ago now, and there was Zoltar machines everywhere
Didn't
down
you
there.
send the
Really?
picture out?
Yeah, there. I mean, like everywhere you go, because they had like a strip mall. There was, all kinds of games and everything. It literally, I probably saw at least 10 Zoltar.
Did you do
machines.
one?
No.
Come on, man.
Big is a
Did
great
they have
one.
the keyboard on the ground?
Yeah, yeah.
Also coming out that year, Crocodile Dundee 2, which I've completely forgot about.
I think he goes back or something. Goes back to the.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, it wasn't as good.
3 Men and a Baby.
Haven't seen it in forever.
And then the #7 grossing film of 1988 was Die Hard.
So I mean, it hit. I'd say that hit at a good time.
Yeah. Also, good movies that came out that year. Well, at least top grossing. Moonstruck. I don't think I've seen that. If I have, I don't remember
that
anything
Julia
about it.
Roberts?
Cocktail.
Cocktail come out that year. That was a
Okay.
big one.
The #10, rounding out the top 10 grossing films of that year, Beetlejuice.
We're gonna have to do Beetlejuice. You know that, right?
waiting
It's
on
on the
you.
list.
Tim Burton
one of your
classic.
fouls is what you
Haven't
look at your
seen the sequel.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
Don't worry about it.
You can watch it free, I think, on Prime or something now, but
that
it's
bad, huh?
not good. I think it might be on Netflix as well.
Also coming out in 1988, check out this lineup. Willow,
I've seen that.
love
forever.
it or hate it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
usually one extreme
One
or
or
the
the
other.
other.
Nobody's
Yeah.
really in the middle on that movie. Rambo 3, a total bomb.
Yeah.
Awesome movie. Love it.
If you just want to see him blow stuff up,
Oh, yeah. Scrooged
Scrooge.
came out in 1988.
One of the greatest
Yes.
Christmas movies ever.
Definitely. Bull Durham, Twins, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Young Guns. Hello, that was a great one. And so, a lot of competition coming out in 1988. And let's not forget the #36 highest grossing film of that year, Ernest Saves Christmas. One of Preston's favorites. And if
I
he
hadn't
were
seen it
here,
forever.
if Preston were here, he could quote it. I mean, he's got that movie on lock.
how about a bumper sandwich, booger lip?
So I know we talk about this a lot, but it's just like, because, we're all 80s fans, but that just goes to tell you right there. It's like every year, it seems like had some amazing movies every single year of the
multiple
80s.
amazing movies.
I mean, you can't top the 80s, I feel like.
Well, it was like every year. It wasn't. They wasn't competing for. They were competing against other movies. So they were all trying to.
When everything was
Fine.
new.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might have been some sequels like the Rambo movies and, even like Ghostbusters, but it's just like everything was new. There was
I mean, think about when's the last time you seen a completely original movie that didn't take from an old one?
been a while.
it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I took the kids this summer, earlier in the summer, to see Minecraft movie,
Yeah.
which they ate it up. They loved it. And I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought it was.
But I mean, it was based on an IP.
Yeah.
It's based on the game.
Yeah.
But you don't hardly see any one-offs that are like just completely original.
No.
Like I've said before, really the only guy that's doing that is Christopher Nolan.
And he's just pulling it out of his head.
Well, except for his new movie now, he's doing the Odyssey.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for
Which
that.
I was shocked that he was doing somebody else's story.
You know it's going to have time travel in there somewhere.
Absolutely. At some point, there's
sure.
going to be a way to go backwards in time.
Look, I'm going to be there to see it. I don't care what.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'm not saying that. Okay, so also though, if you want to think about it, like Die Hard also though set the standard for a normal person trying to save the day instead of somebody like in the '80s, somebody with big muscles and
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
true.
you know.
I mean, I'm not saying
20
it's bad.
muscle.
I'm just saying like this set the standard for a normal person.
It's true.
saving
So,
the day.
like, John McClane isn't your normal 80s action star.
No.
He's not Arnold. He's not Sly.
yeah,
He's not Van Damme.
no,
You know, he was fit.
He gets
but
hurt a
But he
lot.
wasn't muscular. Like, yeah, he's bleeding a lot. He's getting
Yeah.
that okay. I know we're gonna get
Thrown
into it, but
around.
that scene where he's crawling out the door after he cut his feet
time
up, and it's just like he's
Oh, yeah.
gushing blood
Yeah, he
out
gets
of his
shredded.
feet. Man,
Yeah. So it definitely brought an edgy, more of a realism.
yeah.
To more like what the new era of action hero was. And that's not what we grew up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
So IMDb gives Die Hard a rating of 8.2, which I feel is pretty fair. Tomato meter, the critic score is 94 and the audience score is 94. Rarely do you
Wow.
ever see that
Lockstep.
kind of agreement.
I think the one of the movies that we've talked about recently, or I've listened to podcasts about, was Aliens. I think Aliens, they're tied like that.
Oh,
as
really?
well. Yeah, which is very
And
rare.
to get a 94 on Rotten Tomatoes, that's pretty darn good.
yeah,
You know, you don't see that a lot.
yeah.
And definitely don't see the agreement. So, man, the movie made a killing. The budget was $28 million, and the box office grossed $143 million. So
They did okay.
yeah.
That's why there's 5 of them.
And up to that point, like, I'm pretty sure this was the point in Bruce Willis' career where he had done
Moonlighting.
Moonlighting, like he had done the TV series.
Yeah, he
and
was
maybe
kind
a
of
movie or
funny.
two, but he wasn't considered an action star.
No.
No.
He was more of a sitcom guy.
Well, and I think they said it was like a hard sell.
Yeah.
when
To
the
get him in
director
it,
chose him to be in it.
Yeah, it's kind of a, and some of you born before or born after a certain date, you don't even know what moonlighting is. You're going to have to go YouTube that and look up some of the trailers. And so basically it was kind of like a lighthearted
He was a detective. and-
show in
Yeah.
the 80s. And so, yeah, it would have been a hard sell. It kind of like, for instance, when they put Robert Pattinson in the role of Batman.
Yeah.
Like for me, that was a hard sell at the time because all I knew him from was the vampire movies.
Twilight.
Twilight.
None of
and
us
I didn't even
thought it.
see those movies.
We talked about that. None of us thought
I
it
think
was
Doug
gonna
saw
be
every
any
single
good.
one of them.
Unfortunately, I
did,
saw every single
and
one.
I read all the books.
Wow.
Yes.
He's a hardcore fan there.
My wife is
Sparkle vampires.
sparkly.
Well, I think that kind of goes
Stop
back
it.
to there's been so many different actors of like when they're one of their first movies, which I think that was one of his first movies was Twilight.
Yeah.
He grew. He's so much a better actor now than he was when he did those Twilight movies.
Yeah, and I remember like some serious hate spilling out online when they announced for the Batman that Robert Pattinson was going to be the Dark Knight. And
Yeah.
I was skeptical too, but then you go see the Batman, dude.
well, you know,
That movie is amazing.
One of those masterpieces.
Yeah.
It would, if Tenet wouldn't have got delayed like it
He was
did,
great in Tenet.
He was good. In
Yeah.
Tenet. So that kind of like, oh, he can do action.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the way it was for Bruce Willis as well. But this movie cleaned up, and you know it's just made stupid money in return, and so no wonder they turned around and made the sequel because they
four
were
more
like, man,
sequels.
we got a money printing machine here.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be great; just put it out there.
Yeah, you got title recognition now.
Yeah. Runtime of 2 hours and 12 minutes. I think there is a director's cut out there in DVD world. I think I remember seeing that on the shelves of Best Buy at one time and thinking, well, that would be cool to see the extended cut, but I haven't.
Yeah. I hadn't
So,
seen anything extra either.
I really feel like this movie has a great pacing. Like you never get bogged down at any point in the movie. You never get bored watching it. Like it's a constant roller coaster ride.
So it definitely doesn't feel like it's that long of a movie.
Yeah.
No.
Of course, it got that R rating. We talked about that. And then it was nominated for 4 Oscars. Don't think it won any,
No.
but
Still, that's still. I always feel like with these new movies, it's that's an honor to be nominated at least when something you may not think would work.
Yeah.
seemed like I read somewhere, or maybe I heard on one of the special features on the DVD, that this movie was actually based on a book.
It was, yeah. I think you'll get into it in the trivia or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So the tagline: 40 stories of sheer adventure. So you think about the environment of Die Hard, like that was a pretty cool concept to have it all take place
In an office building.
in an office building, a high rise.
Yeah.
Have it take place on Christmas Eve. Like there's a lot of cool, novel things about this movie that had never been done before.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And so for it to take place in one skyscraper was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because that was a neat playground to explore.
And definitely budget saving.
Well, and also I feel like there also the villain was different from any other action movies. It wasn't somebody that Bruce Willis was going to fight. Because the guy was he was super smart.
Yeah.
And he was always one step ahead.
Intellectual villain.
But then Bruce McClane would kept on pushing him back a step, but then he would go up a step, and they just kept on going back and forth. So that was definitely new.
Looking back now, did you see him as Professor Snape?
He actually looked very different. I mean, I know it was 30 years difference.
It was the
but
beard really changed it for me.
yeah.
Yeah. And the long hair. I think slick back.
Yeah.
Very good. So let's talk about that cast. Again, we've already mentioned the star of the show, which is Bruce Willis. He's the leading man. From Moonlighting, he's, according to this, 5 Die Hard movies.
Mm-hmm.
Look Who's Talking 1 and 2. Completely forgot about those movies.
Yeah, he was the baby's
He was
voice?
the baby's voice, yeah.
The Last Boy Scout, Pulp Fiction, 12 Monkeys, which is kind of a sleeper hit.
Yeah.
I think it's
I really
a
like
cult
it.
classic now. That's a great one to go back. The Fifth Element. Now, I think people are pretty divided on Fifth Element. You either really like it or you kind of just don't care a thing in the world about it. I didn't think Fifth Element was that. There was nothing about Fifth Element to me that was like, yeah, I want to go back and watch that again.
Yeah. Oh,
I watch it all the time.
Yeah, for me, that's one of my favorites. I've always loved Fifth Element.
Just the set.
But it goes back to what you just said, Derek. You either love it or
Yeah.
it's nothing special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've seen that. Maybe I need to go back and give it another one. But last time I watched it, I was like, meh.
it's definitely a world building.
Yeah, I think it's one of those movies that it's a weird concept. Like the whole thing is just weird. There's so much weirdness in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of throws people off with that movie.
Well, I think their whole idea was you could never date that movie because nothing exists. You know?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then, of course, some of his biggest movies of all time, Armageddon.
Saved us all.
That Armageddon soundtrack is still rolling in your mind. You know, that Aerosmith hit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't ask for a demonstration. No, we didn't. But so when Armageddon came out, man, that was a huge blockbuster movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, everybody had to take their girlfriend to go see that.
That was like late 90s, too. We need to do that one.
Well, and that was during the time when they were doing all those world destructive
Yeah.
movies.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was one coming out every year, or at least a couple every year.
He was also in The Sixth Sense, which, that was a humongous movie as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
I see dead people.
The Whole Nine Yards, Sin City, Red, and Looper.
Red
So,
was great.
Have you seen Red, Derek?
Somehow I think I missed that one.
They're all retired ex-CIA, whatever, and the company starts coming after them.
That's where Red comes from. They're retired but extremely dangerous.
Yeah, and it's actually really good. It's got comedy in it too. So
Oh
it's
man,
funny, yeah,
I'm getting the pig.
yeah, it's good.
Hilarious.
So Bruce Willis definitely in some huge blockbuster movies.
And it sucks that the way he is now. Have you guys heard about?
Yeah, he's declining in health. He's got some kind of dementia.
Yeah, dementia. Yeah, they said
Very
recently.
advanced.
They said they've had to put him in a home now.
Yeah.
the facility. It sucks.
Also in the movie was Bonnie Bedelia, and she is playing the role of Holly McClane, John McClane's estranged wife. Don't really remember her from anything else besides this movie, but she was in the movie Salem's Lot, Presumed Innocent, and Needful Things, and I haven't seen any of those.
Derek, I think you might like Needful Things. It's a Stephen King story.
Okay.
It's about like the devil comes into town and starts what's the word? He gets people to start doing things for him to kind of destroy the town. And he opens like a shop of like people come into the shop and, oh, there's a baseball I had when I was a kid. If you do this, you'll get. Basically, everybody's kind of selling.
Tempting people.
It's tempting people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
And then, of course, who could forget Reginald Vale Johnson, who I know and well from Family Matters
Yeah.
as Carl.
Oh, yeah.
Carl Winslow. So it was a real surprise, I guess, because I grew up with Family Matters first, and then to watch Die Hard later, and was like, Carl Winslow, what's he doing in here? But of course, I also remember him from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's and he plays a cop in all of these,
all of them,
right? He was
yeah.
a cop in Family Matters. He's a cop in Die Hard. Cop in
That's what that
Ghostbusters.
big theory is. That
Wait, I
There
got
is
a
a
theory.
theory.
I got a theory. I've got it.
All right,
I'll
lay it
tell
on
us.
us.
Okay,
Lay it on us.
Do you want me to go and lay it now, or
Yeah.
Okay.
You brought it up. They can talk.
All right.
Let's hear
I'll go
this.
ahead and tell it now.
We've
Okay.
had discussions about this.
So the theory is it centers on Reginald Vale Johnson, who played Officer Powell. Al Powell starts off as a mild-mannered cop working in New York in 1984. One day, he's tasked with escorting 4 scientists to the mayor's office, the Ghostbusters. After seeing ghosts and a 100-foot marshmallow man walking down the street of New York, Powell has a mental breakdown and leaves New York to get a fresh start in L.A. So shaken is Powell by his experience in New York, he ends up shooting a child in the line of duty, an event that further damages his psyche and gets him put on desk duty. Remember, at the time he shoots Carl, he is already traumatized from his past incident of shooting an innocent kid. Being forced to use his gun again makes him snap. Unable to find peace on either coast, Sergeant Al Powell recedes deeper in his own mind and creates a safe place in between 2 tragic events. He imagines himself a family man in Chicago, still a cop, but one where his duties never interfere with a solid living home life. Here, he has a wife, 3 kids, and a sister-in-law, and his mother all surrounding him to give him support whenever and for whatever he needs. A family man dealing with family matters. He's not Al Powell, he is Carl Winslow, a man never attacked by terrorists or spirits of the undead. But everything works out for him overall until his guilt comes looking for him in the form of a 13-year-old boy named Steve Urkel. Urkel is the manifestation of Al Powell's guilt. Urkel is the boy Powell shot, come back in the most obnoxious form possible and completely impossible to get rid of. The dream turns into a horror story. His family disappears, he suffers a heart attack, and dream reality crumbles, leaving him alone in a padded room.
So
Come on. I mean, it fits. You could make it work.
So somebody like sat down
Yeah.
and put that red thread between every
Oh,
one
yeah.
of these things.
Well, and they say if you really go back and watch Family Matters, or if you remember, as the seasons go by, they get worse and worse, where it's literally just Urkel and him in every single episode. So his family
His
is
mind is
slowly
degrading.
disappearing. When I first heard that theory, I was like, this totally fits.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You can't unsee it now. You're never going to be able to go back and watch it the same
Well,
way.
and also there's another part of the theory, but it kind of doesn't really fit, of him after he kind of steps down as being a cop in New York. He goes to L.A. and becomes a limo driver a limo driver in New York for Crocodile Dundee.
I forgot to mention, he is in Crocodile Dundee.
So but it doesn't really make sense. But
In
yeah.
between.
That's just,
One of the
I don't know. I
in-between
saw
jobs.
that theory and I was like,
I like that theory.
Yeah. It's insane.
I can go with that.
That's like an Inception type theory.
Yeah, yeah. So Reginald VelJohnson makes a brief cameo in Die Hard 2
Yeah.
when John McClane calls him. He's trapped in the airport there in Washington, D.C., and he makes a call out
Because nobody listened to him.
to L.A.
Yeah.
And to get him to, I believe, check out somebody on the computer system to look up the terrorists.
Yeah.
And he does. So there is a cameo there, which is a pretty cool way to fit him in there.
Well, and also there's also a Twinkie theory as well. That's part of all this as well.
That ties in Die Hard and Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, Die Hard, and also in Die Hard 2, because remember in the first Die Hard here, he's grabbing all the Twinkies at that convenience store.
Yeah.
Well, also in Die Hard 2, he has a Twinkie laying on his desk. And then also they said if you go back and watch Family Matters, he always has a Twinkie sitting on his desk in Chicago.
And they always make fun of his weight in,
Yes.
in
Yeah.
Family Matters.
You know what's awesome about all these theories is it shows there still is creative minds out
yeah.
there that can come up with this stuff and
crazy.
stitch all this together.
Thank you, Internet.
Let's get some more original movies out here.
All right, Derek, yes.
Yeah.
all right.
Also starring in the movie was Paul Gleason, and he was in Trading Places, The Breakfast Club, Ewoks Battle of Endor, which is on D Plus right now.
Yeah.
You could go and watch it if you really want to punish yourself.
Don't want to.
Van Wilder as well. William Atherton, another great actor, underrated. You remember him as Walter Peck in Ghostbusters. Pencil Neck.
I feel like he plays the same character in most of his
Yeah.
roles.
He's
Like
definitely
a
been
arrogant-
pigeonholed. Yeah.
Uppity, just character you love to hate.
Looks down his nose at everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, in this one, he plays the snooty reporter who's, what's his name in the movie? Thornburg or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
He was also in Real Genius, Die Hard 2, Biodome. Man, now there's a sleeper one we got to go back and watch with Pauly Shore.
No.
What?
It's
Dude,
so
it's
bad.
hilarious.
I watched it
man.
just a few years ago, and it is so
That's
horrible.
that's what makes it awesome.
But
Yeah.
but that's what kills me is I remember loving that movie when I was a kid,
Oh, yeah.
and now it's so bad.
so it's on the list.
Then we got William Atherton. We mentioned William Atherton. Sorry. Alan Rickman,
Yeah.
who plays the villain,
The villain.
Hans Gruber. Now, you'll remember Alan Rickman from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He plays the Sheriff of Nottingham. I'm going to cut his heart out with a spoon. It's because it hurt. It would hurt. No. Loved Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman. Great one. He was also in, and Preston, if he were here, he would nerd out about Galaxy Quest.
I love Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Preston always has a crazy theory that, according to his world, it's part of the same universe as Star Trek. He will tell you it's the same.
Yeah, well, he'd have to be here to explain
Yeah.
that one.
Preston's
I'm
the
not-
one that could tie a red thread and just
Yeah.
attach everything to Star Trek.
And then you Harry Potterites, Alan Rickman from the 8 Harry Potter movies,
Professor,
which I still have yet to see a single one. So
we gotta remedy that. Your kids are.
I've had no reason. I have this thing in my life called Lord of the Rings. And because I have Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, I don't need another fantasy.
Well, Derek, didn't you say Caitlin was reading them at one time? Like started reading them or something at one time?
I think she started reading, and I don't know. She may have read the first book. And then
Didn't go no farther.
she just
Yeah.
got so busy that she couldn't read
Yeah.
anymore.
It's a lot. That's 7 books you got to read.
Yeah. Alexander Godunov. He was also in this movie. I'm trying to look up here on IMDb to find out what role he
was
played.
Carl.
Oh, he was Carl,
He didn't have much of a career because he passed away pretty early.
the main villain that John McClane
Yeah.
fights toward the top of the skyscraper.
I think he died in like the late
He's the one
80s,
that pulls
early
his
90s.
chainsaw out.
Yeah. He was in Witness and Money Pit. Clarence Gillard Jr. starred in this movie. He was in Chips, Top Gun, The Karate Kid Part 2, Matlock, and Walker, Texas Ranger. What a resume. Mary Ellen Trainor. You remember her from The Goonies, don't you? Mm-hmm. She's in The Goonies. Lethal Weapon 1, 2, 3, 4. Monster Squad, Scrooge, Ghostbusters 2, Back to the Future 2, Forrest Gump, Little Giants, Congo, Executive Decision. Man, what a resume.
Yeah, she's been in some bangers.
So what I'm looking it up on IMDb. What role she played in
Okay,
this
so
movie.
she was the mom in Goonies.
Yeah, I know that.
She was one of the reporters at the news station
Okay.
in this movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And in Ghostbusters 2? Maybe she was like the mom at the birthday party at the very beginning.
Yes.
Was that it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. She was the one that was bringing them in saying, all right, so there's a problem,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the kids. Well, I didn't want the ghost.
This movie also starred Robert Davey, who was in the Goonies, Raw Deal, License to Kill, and Predator 2, which Nathan has a giant Predator 2 signed poster
We're gonna
right
have
here in
to-
front of our face.
It's on the list. We're going to have to do it eventually.
Screenplay was done by Roderick Thorpe, and this was based off the novel.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to look up what the name of the novel was. It wasn't Die Hard, I don't think.
I think it might be in your trivia there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go for that later then. Jeb Stewart also helped on this. He also helped to write Leviathan, Another 48 Hours, and The Fugitive. Stephen E. D'Souza credited for a screenplay here. 48 Hours, Commando, The Running Man, Another 48 Hours, Die Hard 2, The Flintstones, Beverly Hills Cop 3, Street Fighter, Judge Dredd, Tomb Raider. A lot of good stuff there that guy was in. A lot of bad stuff too. Produced by Joel Silver, Lawrence and Charles Gordon, Bo Marks, and the score done by Michael Kamen, who also did the Lethal Weapon movies, Roadhouse, Adventures in Babysitting, Action Jackson, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Last Action Hero. We got to do that one. And X-Men. Filming location, as you already mentioned, Nathan, was the 20th Century Fox Plaza building in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, and I don't know if I have this written down later, but Fox got really mad at them filming this movie there because they destroyed. I mean, you can see in the movie they destroyed a couple floors.
Yeah.
With explosions and stuff, and they got so mad.
Well, with all the money they made back, they could easily repair it.
Yeah.
We can put some glass back in it, people.
So, directed by John McTiernan. You remember that name because earlier on in the podcast, we did review Predator.
Our first episode, yeah.
He also directed The Hunt for Red October, which I know is one of Preston's favorite movies of all time. Last Action Hero. And then he also was brought back to direct Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah.
So that rounds out your big facts on Die Hard.
Do you want to do that trivia just real quick? It's not too much.
Let's talk about trivia. The stuff that you can impress all your nerdy friends with. The title of Die Hard came from Lethal Weapon writer Shane Black. It was his original title for The Last Boy Scout, but Joel Silver managed to convince him to hand it over when they worked together on Predator. Nothing Lasts Forever author Roderick Thorpe was furious about the name change. He confronted Silver, who told him, "The best thing that ever happened to your book is this movie." The costume department had 17 undershirts in various stages of degradation on hand for Bruce Willis. Yeah. Talk about bringing the wife beater to center stage.
Yeah.
This movie did it.
It's so funny because that's one thing I really noticed. His shirt went super white
Yeah.
to like instantly being like brown. Just
Yeah.
completely brown.
Man, they didn't spend a lot of money on costumes.
He
in
cleaned
this
his
one.
toilet with that thing.
Yeah. He made the A shirt great again. So, Alan Rickman performed a stunt in a film where he dropped backwards from the top of the Nakatomi Tower. And director John McTiernan had Rickman do the stunt himself after training him to fall safely. The stunt was done on stage with a blue screen background, and then the effects team dropped Rickman on 1 instead of 3 to capture genuine fear in his eyes in the first take, which made it actually into the film. So they pulled a little sleight of hand on him, get that genuine reaction,
Yeah.
which It's great. You know, you
Yeah.
see that super slow-mo, and you see the fear on his face.
Yeah.
That's a great moment.
Well, I mean, you see him he's about to try to shoot them,
Yeah.
and then they unclasp that watch.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's great. Yeah, it's great. Well, thanks, Derek.
Totally.
All right, so Doug,
Yes.
would you like to read us some reviews and tell everybody what people think about this movie?
Sure. Let's see who's wrong. All right. Let's see. This first one, they don't even have their name. Oh, Movie Liker, is that their name?
Yeah.
It's titled Ridiculous and Cliche in February 21st, 2021. This is a stupid movie, period. Yes, it has lots of action, but the characters are comically cliche. The police sergeant is ridiculous character of a clueless cop. I thought I was watching a comedy. The dialogue is thoughtless and cliche. He must have just had like one of them cards on his desk.
Come on, we ain't got time for haters.
Cliche, let's see how many times I can say cliche in one day.
Yeah.
The music is good, but Shadow in the Cloud, Ava, and Miss Meadows are better action movies.
I don't
Never
even
heard
know
of those.
any of those movies.
This guy needs to go crawl back under the rock from which he came.
Bruce Willis is the best thing in this movie, and that ain't saying much. The movie might have been great back in '88, but it hasn't held up well. Ridiculous and cliche. He did it again. All right.
That is becoming cliche.
What did he give that one, Doug?
4 out of 10.
Dude.
Okay, this next one's 8 out of 10 from Die Hard Ice Cream 57.
What? I just invented this username to write
Yeah.
this review.
January 7th, 2025. So,
On my birthday.
dude. Okay, classic action film. This starts the beginning of, I believe, a 6-movie series. The film takes place on Christmas Eve, where a New York detective is coming to see his wife, but she is stuck in a building held by hostages by international terrorists. Unfortunately for the terrorists, they are messing with the wrong man and his wife because he is very equipped to take on the terrorist organization. I thought this film was okay overall. It is honestly a cult classic, and still to this day in 2025, people love this film. If you enjoy a good Bruce Willis film and a good movie that you can watch some action but don't require a lot of thinking, you will love this. All right.
Gave it an 8 out of 10?
8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
This next one, 1 out of 10.
What?
Never saw what people liked about this. From Mary Newcomb, 2013, December 20th, 2008.
Probably likes chick flicks.
This is not a good movie. I remember when a trailer for this hit TV before it came out, and the first thing I thought, First Blood. John J. Rambo took on a small-town police department and weekend warriors by himself in First Blood.
Those two movies are nothing alike.
No, not at all.
I don't see how you can compare those. He did nothing wrong, just wanted something to eat. Die Hard is a single man takes on terrorists in L.A. Copycat.
I mean, maybe on the periphery, yes, they have some things in common, but that's a stretch.
That's a almost stretching. It's gonna break.
I mean,
That's
Bruce
just-
Willis should be like, think that's awesome. He's getting compared to Rambo, John J. Rambo. I mean, that's okay.
I mean, I don't know. The way I look at it when it comes to McClane is he improvises a lot. He knows what he's doing, but at the same time, he's like, I need to figure out. Oh, I'm gonna take this fire hose and tie
Tied
myself
around
off
myself.
he's not-
Because he
I'm gonna
wasn't in
jump
the
off
military. He
You
wasn't.
never felt at one time watching Die Hard that John McClane was in control of the situation.
No.
Whereas with
he-
Rambo,
He was trained. to do all-
Rambo was going to win
Yeah.
as a one-man army.
John McClane's just one misstep away from ending up in a body bag.
He's the best with guns, with knives. He could eat things that would make a billy goat puke. That's Rambo.
Yeah.
That's not John McClane.
That's why I'm saying it goes back to this is the start of the normal guy trying to save the day.
Just the everyday dude. All right, let's see what this next guy. 10 out of 10.
Whoa.
The
big
greatest
facts.
movie of all time in all caps.
He already goated it.
Bronco 22, November 5th, 1998. This movie set the platform for all action movies and all other movies. For that matter, Bruce Willis was dynamite. I can watch this movie over and over again and not get sick of it. Straight to the point, yes. All right, this one, we do have a Roger Ebert review. Let's see what Mr. Ebert thinks. The idea of a cop trapped in a high-rise with desperate terrorists, the only obstacle between them and their hostages has a certain allure. If the terrorist leader is intelligent and has a personality, one of the hostages could be a strange wife of the cop. Die Hard has technical merits but is hindered by unnecessary elements. Willis' constant radio contact with a police officer tries to boost his morale, but the filmmaker introduces a gratuitous character, the deputy police chief.
After we just loved all over Reginald, and he's going to crap on him like that.
Yeah. Who doubts the authenticity of New York Cop? The deputy chief's sole purpose is to be consistently wrong and provide a counterpoint to Willis's progress. The uselessness and
Come on.
undermines the last half of the movie. Thrillers should be well crafted with minimal interruptions that reveal the fragile plot.
This ain't setting up good.
I mean, you're knocking on the cop. I would say he did like a more real life.
Yeah.
He never seen anything like that before.
No.
He got shot and he drove his car off an embankment. I mean, that's a natural reaction. He hasn't been in the military and been,
Yeah.
Without the deputy chief, Die Hard would have been a passable thriller. With him, it's a mess. The film has superior special effects, impressive stunt work, and good performances, especially by Rickman as a terrorist. A suggestion for thrill makers: ensure all the characters are at least as intelligent as most audience members. Ooh.
Man.
2 out of 4 stars. He wasn't a fan.
No.
Even the experts can be wrong.
That's true. That's very true.
Well, thanks, Doug.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's get into our scene by scene. So, scene 1, we're introduced to John McClane during a flight from New York to Los Angeles, where he's going to meet his wife and children. At Nakatomi Plaza, we meet Holly Gennaro, John's wife, for a Christmas party. However, the building is infiltrated by Hans Gruber and his men. John goes into hiding.
Yeah. This movie, when you first watch it, man, it just pours out late 80s, early 90s nostalgia goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got the airline. He's got that big teddy bear. He's walking through the airport.
He's on the plane with his gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't
You're
see
see
that
a lot
today.
of things in this movie that
That-
you're not going to see today.
Yeah, you're not going to see that anymore. You can't even take toenail clippers on a plane.
Yeah.
Does anybody else do that with their toes when they get off a plane? I don't know.
Take the shoes
Make
off.
fists
Make
with your
fists with
toes.
toes on the carpet.
Every one of us have tried that. Don't even deny it. If you saw this movie at some point, you put your feet on the carpet. Okay, that's not doing anything.
I don't know. It's just sometimes you want to stretch your feet out.
Yeah, it's just a plot point to get his shoes off.
And so, they're in the airport. He makes a phone call, doesn't he, to Holly?
Yeah.
And it sort of sets up the plot.
Yeah.
I'm coming to meet you. And there's conflict in the family.
The tension's there. Yeah.
So it sort of sets everything up. And then at the same time, you've got, I can't remember the name of the terrorist group, like the Black Hand or something. What do they call themselves?
I don't. It's something like that.
They're infiltrating
Yeah.
the building at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, and you also see Holly. She calls home and talks to her daughter, and that's kind of like that's. I don't want to say a callback, but something that relates to what happens later in the movie.
Yeah.
I think that's how. What is it? That's how Hans finds out that Holly is McClane's wife.
Yeah.
Because he's got a TV sitting there, and they see it on TV. Because
Yeah.
the reporter goes and interviews the kids.
Kids. Yeah, that's why Holly's so mad at him.
Yeah, yeah.
That and then he goes in her office and finds the family photo. She
Yeah.
does still have a family photo on her desk.
Yep.
So they're mad at each other, but there's still some feelings there.
So, according to Google, in the movie Die Hard, Hans Gruber's group isn't a single named terrorist organization, but an international gang of thieves posing as terrorists to cover up their heist of the Nakatomi Plaza's bearer bonds. Gruber himself was a former member of the fictional German terrorist group called the Volksfree Movement.
It's free.
All right, that rolls off the
Modeled
tongue.
after the real-life Red Army faction.
Well, yeah, and they show that picture of Hans, like it's like a young picture of
Yeah.
Hans in like the group or whatever. So this is where he meets the limo driver. I don't even remember his name.
What was his name?
Yeah, the kid
It
limo
was,
driver.
Yeah, and he of course has never done this either.
Was it Reggie?
It might have been Reggie, maybe, I don't know, but he's never done this either. And so I thought, because I actually watched it twice when I was doing all this. I watched it once because I hadn't seen it in forever, and then I watched it again when I was doing all this. And I thought it was funny that
Argyle.
Argyle.
He kept on asking him so many like personal questions. So what are you doing here? Are you and your wife divorced or?
Yeah. And it's just it's they're trying to get to know each other, but at the same time, it's a good way to give exposition to the plot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think the limo driver character is also sort of comic relief. Mm-hmm. He sort
Yeah.
of brings a little bit of levity to this,
But it
really
doesn't go
intense movie.
overboard.
Yeah.
It's not too much.
Well, I mean, I don't know of any limo driver that's going to go park in the garage and wait on somebody. Like if they're coming in and out, I mean,
Yeah.
You're thinking too hard, Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Okay. Plot armor.
So John gets to the. I'm gonna call him McClane because I feel like I have him set up as McClane throughout the whole thing. But McClane, he gets to the Nakatomi Plaza and he goes up to the party. And first of all, when he's searching her name in the system there, he just, you could tell he gets so mad when he finds out that she's not going by McClane in LA here.
Yeah.
And just how fancy was the touchscreen in 1988? That was a big deal.
Yeah. I don't hardly remember any touch screens back in like the early 90s and stuff like that. But this is LA.
Yeah.
Everything's probably so high tech out there. They probably get everything before everybody else does. And so he goes up to the party, and this is when I thought it was one funny part where that guy come up and kisses him on the cheek saying Merry Christmas. And he's like, he pushes him out of the way and he's like, Los Angeles.
So this is the part also when he gets escorted into the office room and he sort of undresses a little bit and kind of that's where he takes
Yeah.
his shoes off.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Takes his shirt off. He gets sort of relaxed.
Well, right before that, he meets. I guess it's Nakatomi. He's the.
Yeah, she introduces him.
Well, they're walking. Well, it's right before she walks in. Nakatomi and McClane walk into her office, saying, "You can come in here." And that guy, I don't remember his name. It's the one that
The
says Booby.
salesman.
He's in there doing coke right off of her desk.
Yeah, I remember that scene. It's the 80s, late 80s.
I was like,
LA, there's going to be
What
coke.
the heck? Right off her desk.
Yeah.
And
Talk about an office party. They getting lit up there.
And McClane's like, "You missed some," and he's like, "Oh." I'm gonna
John Booby.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it was either him or the black guy that was part of the group that was in Walker Texas Ranger, the one that was drilling.
Yeah.
I found those the two most annoying characters in the entire movie.
Are you talking about the same dude who comes in and tries to make a deal with Hans Gruber?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hans,
The grease.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Booby.
Booby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found those two characters very,
And
very
the one,
annoying.
the black guy with the glasses saying, "Oh, the cop's got an ROV."
Yeah, he's like the tech guy.
yeah.
Because he's the one that starts
He's the one
drilling
that's
into
trying
the
to
safe.
break into the safe and all that.
Gets everything set up. And so, at the same time when he, finds, what's her name? What's his wife's name?
Holly.
Finds Holly. They start talking, and this is where we really find out that oh, you miss me so much, but you decide not to keep my name when you came over here, and they start fighting, and then this is where we see Hans and the group coming into the building, and he takes out the guard.
Yeah, they come in the basement
Yeah, and then
in the van, or was it the ambulance one?
Well,
Maybe the
the
ambulance was the getaway vehicle.
yeah, it was in that big truck.
Is it panel van? Yeah, they back it out.
And this is where we start seeing them infiltrate Nakatomi Plaza. Them taking it over, them shut all the gates. What was it? Carl cuts the phone lines and everything with the
Yeah,
chainsaw.
he's trying to hack it. He's like, "I almost got it."
It's his brother that's trying to like hack it real quick to get them all turned off.
He
And he's
just
like,
pulls out this chainsaw, boom, out of his bag. Okay.
Yeah,
cut.
so I love the way the movie doesn't take much time to get rolling.
no,
yeah,
Like it's just boom.
everything's happening while
Yeah.
John's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then that's when we see Holly leave the bathroom because she's got to give a speech or whatever. And all of a sudden, McClane hears gunshots. And that's when they're starting to take over. Mm-hmm. And he starts freaking out.
Yeah, because he recognizes the sound of a gun going off.
And of course, he has no shoes on.
You don't want to grab your shoes first thing. I mean,
There have been like massive debates about this online. Like you go online and you look, people still debate this whole
the shoe thing.
shoe issue.
Well,
I mean, you can sit back as an armchair quarterback and say, yeah, I would never do thus and so, but put yourself in the situation. Bullets are flying,
Yeah.
adrenaline is pumping, people are dying.
Yeah.
You're on a nice clean floor.
Maybe the last thing you're thinking about is your shoes.
I don't think you would think of shoes, honestly.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I mean, to me, it's believable.
Yeah.
As far as he knew, he could have run in there, shot the guy, and it had been over with.
You know who else is in this movie?
Who's that?
Vigo.
Vigo the Carpathian?
Vigo.
He's one of the
buzzing of flies to Vigo.
he's one of the henchmen. That's
He plays one of the Swedish guys.
yeah.
That's cool. I'll have to go back and look that up.
I mean, if you notice, most of them are like blue-eyed,
Yeah.
blonde.
Blonde, yeah.
But yeah, he's one of them
Except for Hans.
because I think he's the one that he's going down that hallway and he sees McClane, or no, he doesn't see McClane, but he's checking all the rooms and stuff. And then that's when McClane
The scourge of Carpathia.
he goes up, I think he goes up to like 32nd floor or something like that above him, a couple floors above him, and he's kind of like. He's like, what do I do here? What do I do here? Because he's in an area where they're doing construction
Yeah.
on all the floors and everything. And
Because they hadn't finished. It's a brand new building, right?
and this is where we see we first meet Hans. I'll go ahead and say that because I know the next scene we really get into it. But we first see Hans. He's very calm. He's chill. He's not waving a gun around just yet.
Yeah, he's not a hands-on type guy. He's a mastermind.
Right.
He's not going to get his hands dirty.
Yeah.
Impeccable business attire.
Yeah.
You know, he's got that look of like the Wall Street shark from the 80s.
Well,
He's got that look about him.
And I feel like at first we don't really know why they're there. We feel like they're just going to take over the company or something.
Yeah,
try
you
to get all
figure
the
it's some kind of
secrets.
was it espionage?
Yeah, something
Corporate
like that.
espionage or something like that?
We don't really know just yet. Do you guys want to go ahead and move on to scene 2? You got anything else for first?
Yeah,
scene?
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Scene 2. Hans captures. Help me out with this.
Takagi.
Takagi. And needs the code to unlock the safe with the $600 million in bearer bonds. McClane sees Takagi killed and kills one of Hans' men. McClane radios for help, and Sergeant Al Powell investigates. McClane escapes a shootout in the air ducts.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool action scene in the beginning. And nobody in the organization knows that John McClane is a cop.
Right.
Right.
They think he's just
Because he hadn't been
some
introduced to everybody
hero.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and this is where we see Hans figures out who Takagi is, and because he's the head of the company, basically. And this is when we find out, because he thinks he's just trying to get his secrets or everything of the company.
Yeah.
But he tells him, no. I need your code for your $600 million safe. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't give up the code, and he kills him right there.
Which in 1988, that was a lot. That was a big amount for a 1988.
You seeing today, that's not a lot of money?
I'm saying now they
Well,
say
$1 billion ain't what it used to be.
yeah,
Well,
now it's billions
It's
they want
true,
to steal. You know, nobody goes after $1 million.
And who really goes after bearer bonds anymore, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never held one.
If it happened today, it would be in crypto or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Venmo me, okay?
So this is where we see John or McClane witness them killing Takagi, and that's when he kind of goes in more hiding. And this is where he sets off the fire alarm on that 32nd floor, and they call the fire department. But then they tell
They had a guy that took the security guard's place downstairs.
and they tell them to saying it was just a false alarm, and then the cops go away. Well, they send Carl's brother, which I don't even remember the guy's name, to investigate that floor because they know that's where it's coming from. And that's when him and McClane and Carl's brother get in a fight for the first time.
And McClane's getting whooped pretty good.
Yeah.
First fight, he's getting beat up pretty well.
And so they wind up, going through walls and everything and wind up falling down some stairs. And Carl's brother winds up, I guess his neck breaks or whatever and kills him.
He
Yeah.
took the wrong fall.
Yeah. So, and this is where we see he gets his machine gun, and there's something coming
It's
up.
the radio.
The radio. He gets. I think he gets explosives too.
No, he
And-
gets the detonator caps, right?
It's one or the other. I can't
Yeah,
remember
he gets
which
the
one
caps
first.
they're going to put in the C4.
But the air duct scene,
Yeah.
Oh.
and there's several of those spliced throughout the movie. That's like an iconic part of this movie is, and that's even a meme today. You see that a lot where you got John McClane with a lighter
Holding a lighter.
going through the air,
Holding a
the air
Zippo.
ducts.
Yeah.
And that's
Come to LA, we'll hang out. It's
yeah.
fun.
Well,
That's another thing, Doug. The movie has a ton of one-liners.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of
definitely.
great quotes.
Well, see, and McClane gets on top of the building there. He's trying to get radio in for help, but they're like, you can't be using this channel. This is for emergencies only. He's like, what the heck do you think this is? This is an emergency. And so they decide they call Al, and this is where we're introduced to him, and he's grabbing a bunch of Twinkies.
I was going to say, he's grabbing the
He's at the
Twinkies. We're back to
convenience store.
Yeah.
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 And the guy's like, it's for the kids. And the guy behind the counter looks at him and says, oh, okay. Yeah.
One thing I remember about watching this movie for the first time on video, not on TV, but a lot of F-bombs being dropped in
Yeah.
the movie.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They seriously edited out the language for TV.
For TV, yeah.
And then watching it the first time, I was like, I don't remember there being that much cussing in the movie.
Believe
Yeah,
it
you
or
notice
not.
those things as a kid.
No,
Yeah.
believe it or not, Derek, there's been a lot of movies where I've been shocked by that I would see as a kid, but then I would see it as an adult, like on DVD
Yeah.
or whatever. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, you
didn't-
see an actual
Yeah.
slip of some cleavage.
Oh,
You're like,
I didn't
remember that. Yeah,
But-
TBS ruined
Well,
it all.
and yeah, TBS and TNT
Turner.
were so bad for putting other words in for the cuss words. Like it was like yippee ki mother flubber or something.
Yeah.
I remember that being one of them.
And it would be a different voice completely.
Yes.
But you didn't care.
They did that especially for what's his name in like Goodfellas or
Joe
Oh,
Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
How are you going to TV edit Goodfellas? Every other word is a F-bomb.
Well, and like Doug said, it was always a different person
You'd have
saying
Joe
the
Pesci's
word.
little
Yeah.
voice, and then some other guy's like, fried chicken.
What are you talking about, you mother trucker?
Yeah.
Mother
Garlic
trucker.
make my feet stink. What? That's from In Living Color.
So they find out that somebody is radioing from the roof because they said that's the only place you could get a signal from.
Out from the building, yeah.
And that's when they call Al, and he starts to investigate. Well, then that's when they go up there and start shooting at McClane, and he starts. I totally missed the scene. McClane sends the body of Carl's brother.
Oh yeah, in the elevator.
yeah.
And he's on top of the elevator.
Yeah.
too. So that's
and
kinda
then he
his
writes the
information.
note on it. I have a gun now. Ho
Yes.
ho
Ho
ho.
ho ho! Another
Ho,
another Christmas reference. Ask.
So that's when he finds out that he's like, Hans is like, tell Carl his brother's dead. And so that's when Carl just freaks out.
That's when he's in
Now
that
it's
office.
personal.
Personal, yeah.
He's throwing the desk around.
Yeah.
You kitty.
So is this about the same time when they have that fight in the hallway and there's like a convenience store inside the Nakatomi Plaza? And
No, not
like they're
yet.
raiding it, trying to get all the chocolate out,
No,
all the candy
that's
bars.
the next-
Oh yeah. that-
Remember that scene?
Yeah, that's because that's when the LAPD shows up.
Yeah.
And starts.
What's that? What's
I
that
remember-
actor's name? The Asian guy with the little.
He was
He's
in
been
probably
so
just about
many
every
movies.
action movie possible in the
Yeah.
80s. Because I remember him getting killed so many times by Arnold, Stallone,
Because he breaks the
everybody.
glass, he's like, "Ooh, a candy bar." Oh,
I think he got killed several times by Arnold.
I don't know. We have to IMDb.
Yeah.
But this and then, like Derek, like you were talking about, that he escapes the roof and goes into the air duct because he ties off his machine gun to a part of the air duct and he literally falls right
Yeah,
into
because
the air
he's
duct.
climbing down. He uses the expendable stock, and he's
Yeah.
climbing down with the strap.
strap.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that's holding him too.
Yeah, you're a little too chunky.
They don't
40.
make straps like they used to.
No.
He's climbing down that 40-story air duct and
Yeah.
it's kind of scary.
Without shoes.
Without shoes.
Yeah.
But that could be how he's, how
Holding on,
Holding
yeah.
on.
So
Sweaty.
something to think about, this movie is dated, and I think probably some younger people might have some issues going back and watching it because this is pre-cell phone,
Yeah.
pre-internet. Like a lot of the things in the movie don't work today if
Mm-hmm.
you introduce a cell phone, or if they remade this movie, they'd have to update the plot with the technology.
It'd have to
and
be
stuff
something
like
to
that.
knock out the cell tower.
I feel like
yeah.
there'd be texting, a lot of texting in this movie.
Yeah.
a couple emojis.
Because they use walkie-talkies a lot.
A lot,
Yeah.
in
yeah.
the movie, and of course that's what Roger Ebert was. That was his beef. So I don't know. They'd have to work that out. I mean,
I will
every
say those-
officer's got a cell phone now.
I will say those walkie-talkies were very small that they were using. I always
Yeah,
remember,
those were like the little two-way.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember a cop carrying that
The
thing was
bricks.
Like
yeah, like in
big.
Ghostbusters, their
Yeah.
walkie-talkies. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like 2 feet tall almost.
Ray, it's looking at me, Ray. Yeah.
So this is also where we see him, like Derek, like you said, he says that famous line, and they're checking the air ducts, but then they get distracted and they go away. And he comes out of the air duct, and that's where his shirt is first getting super dirty.
Yeah. He's got the boob dirt.
Yeah.
Where he's been sliding through the air duct. And that's where they first that's was something we kind of when he sends his brother down the elevator, and that's when people start realizing Holly starts realizing that it has to be John, but she's like
Yeah,
they start realizing somebody's doing something.
because they see that body.
Yeah.
They see
That's
Carl's
the first
brother.
time they realize somebody's doing something.
Yeah. Well, you guys got anything else for scene 2? Do you want to move on to scene 3?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Scene 3. Al investigates the building and leaves. McClane kills 2 men and drops a body on Al's car. He calls for backup while being shot at as he backs off the bank. The LAPD attempts infiltration but are mowed down. Hans' men uses a rocket launcher to take down an LAPD tank. McClane disables the launcher by throwing C4 down the elevator shaft. So this is where we see, Al. He's goes up to the building. He's driving, which I have drove on that driveway of Nakatomi Plaza.
Did you get chills when you did it?
Well, I was like, man, this is cool because the building is huge. It's all lit up all the time. I'll show you guys a picture of it. But he's driving around and he's like, there's nothing going on in here. But I see there's a guard. I'm gonna go talk to him for a second. So that's when that guy with the cowboy boots, the guy that
Huey Lewis look alike.
yeah, he does look like Huey Lewis, like he could be Huey Lewis's brother. He invites him in. He's like, "Yeah, there's nothing really going on. I'm sitting here watching the game." And he's
Lakers.
like, "Do you care if I go look around?" He's like, "Have at it." Well, they're about to kill Al, but Al's like, "You know what? Forget it. There's nothing going on."
Yeah, they were waiting around the corner.
And he goes back out to his car, And I think that's when John or McClane sees him and he breaks the window.
He sees him like he's giving some colorful language.
Yeah.
What are you doing, you idiot?
Yeah.
He's like, where are you going?
And he's about to leave and he drops the body out the window and lands on Al's car, and Al freaks out. And then that's when they start shooting his car.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Welcome to the party, pal."
That's a great line right there.
So, we see him back off and he calls, and that when he backs off that bank,
Embankment, yeah.
that looked like that hurt so bad.
And it did. It you probably could have still drove that car away. That was like an
yeah.
'80s Caprice. That thing was a tank.
Doug, you used to do body work on cars like
Oh
that.
yeah. That was a full frame car. That thing, you didn't hurt that car.
No.
But I thought it was so funny. He got it stuck, and he's screaming the whole time.
Yeah, it's like a Crown Vic or a Caprice or
Yeah.
something. Like a legit police cruiser.
Yes.
Not some Prius.
No.
A Prius probably would have blown up had it
So
getting shot.
when the LAPD moves in and you meet the police chief, he's a real bonehead.
He's an
Oh
idiot.
yeah.
There's like you said, there's a couple of characters in the movie that are just total idiots, and you love to hate them. One is the business guy who tries to
The sleaze bag.
manipulate
Yep,
Hans.
Yep.
You got the police chief who's just a dipstick, and who else? Oh, William Atherton.
Well,
Yeah, his
I think he
character.
might be the worst.
His character, like, they do a really good job of making some annoying characters that really aren't villains. They're just
No.
dipsticks.
Everyday people
Yeah.
you could run across.
I would almost think William is might be the one of the worst though, because the fact that he later on we'll talk about it, but he invades McClane's house and talks to the kids. He tells the
yeah.
he tells the housekeeper, "If you don't let me in, I'm gonna call
INS
INS
Yeah.
on you."
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay," she's scared. I think he might be one of the worst characters in the movie.
So
Well, that's why at the end of the very end that you're cheering for that part.
yeah.
the rocket launcher scene with the SWAT vehicle.
Yes.
This is when the action really starts to ramp up and the set pieces get bigger. And you watch this movie today, the action sequences hold up.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they didn't use special effects. This wasn't CG.
No.
Blew this
They
stuff
actually
up.
blow this stuff up. Practical effects, real explosions, real vehicles, trained stuntmen. And I feel like, you can't take away from the action element of the movie. Like, it still looks good today.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, I've never seen a rocket launcher like that. I'm always so used to seeing the rocket launchers you just throw on your shoulder, and
You talking
they
about-
actually
yeah.
had to bolt it down to the floor.
Yeah, that's a unique one.
I've
Yeah.
never seen that.
That's
Maybe
more
it was
like
a German model or something.
Could have
that was
been.
more like anti-air missile.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so. So that's when the LAPD gets their tank in there, because they also send like a small group of guys up to the door. And this is Derek. This is what you're talking about. That Asian guy comes up and they get ready. They just want to wound him, but they get ready and he sees a candy bar.
Yeah, that's that scene.
He grabs the candy bar.
That's about the
candy.
point in the movie when your stomach starts growling. You're like,
Yeah.
I am hungry for a crunch bar. But I feel like one movie later on that borrowed this concept and even took it to another level was T2. Because, when they break into Skynet and then the SWAT team comes in,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then you get the helicopter scene, you get the motorcycle riding up the staircase, you
absolutely.
get Arnold blowing, well, not really blowing people away, but shooting them in the kneecap.
Yeah.
No casualties.
Yeah.
Derek, I never thought of that.
Yeah, there's like a connection there. It's like Die Hard got the ball rolling there, and then T2 just took it to another level with the office complex. And even that's a heist, too, in Terminator 2, because they're
Yeah.
going in to
Steal
steal.
those pieces.
Yeah.
And it's always everybody's always waiting on SWAT, and they knew SWAT when SWAT would come in, they knew they had to defeat SWAT before it could go to the next level.
Right. Well, and see, that's when they bring that tank in, and they're using that rocket launcher just to they're not even. I mean, they're just disabling the tank just yet. Well, and that's when McClane sees them like he's got to do something. So that's when he decides to take, because I think that bag he did have like a couple bricks of C4 in it.
Yeah.
So he takes a computer screen. You guys remember when computer screens were like,
They're like
Yeah.
little
Cinder-
CRTVs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes that, puts it in a rolly chair, and then
He duct tapes it all. He ties it up with like Cat 5 cable and stuff.
and that's when he rolls
Sends
it down
the shaft.
down that shaft, and he's like, he keeps on looking down because he's like, nothing's happened yet, and then it blows, and that whole floor
That's a great scene.
blows up,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh no, and he jumps back. Oh, it's such a great scene.
Well, I mean, he's trying to prove a point. Hey, you're going, because he saw right before that, he saw them rolling, taking the rockets out to where they could take them off, and he saw one of the boxes fall out.
Yeah.
With the little missile, and he's like, "Oh, these guys got serious artillery."
Well, that was the part that had Vigo in it too. He was one of the ones carrying the boxes of rockets.
I don't know how I missed that.
Well, he's just, I mean, he doesn't.
He doesn't have the makeup.
He doesn't have the
he's a
makeup
little
on, but
different.
also he's got his hair tied up, and
Gotcha.
he looks a
Yeah.
little different.
But now that you know it, you'll see it and like, oh, okay. So after Thanksgiving,
maybe-
we'll watch it for the holidays.
maybe when he died in this, he became Vigo or something.
There you go. There's a theory out there somewhere.
Somebody's done it. We ain't found it yet.
Well, and McClane in this scene, he's also like he knows LAPD. They're stupid. Everything they're doing, he's like, no,
It's predictable.
Don't do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's stupid.
This is about the time. Well, no, I guess it's earlier on in the movie when Hans Gruber gives him the nickname Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You, John Wayne.
yeah.
Maybe that's earlier when he kills his brother.
I think
Yeah.
it was like right after
Yeah,
he kills the
yeah.
brother because I want to say McClane radios him because he's trying to radio and he's like, hello, and then McClane's like, hey, or he says something, howdy, and that's when they have like a little conversation.
Yeah.
And that's when he says the whole yippee-ki-yay
He's like,
line.
you're a cowboy.
And he's like, I always saw myself as a more of a what was the cowboy back in like the Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers.
He always
Yeah.
he's like, so you're John Wayne. He's like, I always saw myself as more of a Roy Rogers. And that's when he says yippee-ki-yay. And but I'm trying to think if there's anything else in this scene. Because I feel like the movie goes quick. It moves.
Oh, once it starts, the
I
action-
was
Yeah.
when I was doing the scenes, I was actually kind of struggling because there was so much happening in every scene. Because usually how I kind of break it down, I see how long the movie is, and then I'll break it down either into 4 or 5 scenes. So I'll like this one was like every 26 minutes. Then that's when I would do a scene. So in this, it was very tough for me breaking this down because there was so much happening in every scene.
Well, and this part too is when they start seeing that he's got his guy breaking into the safe, and he keeps telling him, look, I'm not going to be able to get past the 2 electromagnetic locks.
Yeah.
On the inside, well, 7 total he has to go through to disable.
Yeah, it's the first 6 that he can get through, but the final one, he's like, there's no way I can get through it. He's like, so I hope you have a miracle. And Hans is like, well, it is Christmas time.
Yeah.
So he has something.
Ta-da!
Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to move on? Scene 4?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Okay, so scene 4, Ellis gives Hans McClane's name. Ellis, that was his name, Ellis. Leading to Hans' killing of Ellis. Hans demands a list from the LAPD and searches for detonators. The FBI arrives and takes control. Hans pretends to be someone else, but McClane quickly identifies him. They shoot the glass, injuring McClane's feet. As McClane deals with his injuries, the FBI orders the city to cut power to the building, killing the final lock on the safe.
There's your miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Hans, that's how smart Hans was, because he's like, I knew it would come to this where they would cut the power to the building, and that would release the final.
Well, when he says it, he's like, oh, when the FBI, I think he says it in one of the times, he's like, I'm not talking to you anymore. I only talk to the FBI. And then when they show up, he's like, they're so predictable.
That walking over the glass scene, though, that's the scene that sticks with you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, just the thought of that. If you've ever stepped on a piece of glass or ever cut your foot, I mean, the horror of that. And then, John McClane is a man's man. He's a beast if he can walk over that glass and then just keep fighting.
I mean,
Well, and
'cause when you're 10 years old, you went barefoot everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your feet were tough.
Well,
Yeah.
and he
Now, no.
crawls out through. I said this earlier, but he crawls out that doorway, and you see the blood trail
Yeah.
from his feet. And then when he gets on that sink and he starts picking at the glass, he pulls out a huge chunk right out of his foot. It's just like, ooh.
And they do before this even happens. He says when he kills the first guy, he's like, "Of course, I kill the one terrorist with feet the size of my sister."
Yeah.
So that was a good line. But when at some point he found the explosive on the top floor, and that's when he pulls the detonator caps out of all the
Right.
C4. So that's when, and he's like, well, now they can't blow it up. That was part of their plan. So now that's why Hans is trying so hard to find him, because he has to have those detonator caps to blow up the C4.
Yeah. Well, and this is the scene where we see Ellis. He's like, he's probably still, actually, I think he sniffs some more coke while he's a hostage.
Probably.
And he finds out from Holly that that's her husband that's doing all this stuff. And he's like, I'm not doing this anymore. He's not going to get us all killed. So I'm going to take control. He's like, and that's when they're like, he's like, Hans is like, what do you want? And he's like, Hans, Bobe.
Yeah.
Let's make a deal.
Let's make a deal.
Real greasy kind of
Oh,
used car
makes my skin
salesman.
crawl. And that's when this is where we find out that this is when Hans finds out it's John McClane.
Yeah.
He finds out his name and
he's actually, they're in Holly's office
Yeah.
when he does it, because that picture's turned down.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for her getting mad at McClane earlier in the movie,
Turn it down. So, I mean,
would find out.
they tied up a lot of little plot holes that really worked.
So how many people does John McClane kill in this movie? Because it's not like Rambo or Terminator where you're just going in and just
Mowing down
opening
everybody.
fire, mowing people down. It's like one-on-one. Like he just systematically knocks out the team.
let's say, what would you say? There's like 15
Yeah.
I mean,
terrorists or whatever you want to call
I feel
them.
like, every time he kills somebody, it means something because he's evening the playing field with every
Slowly,
time. You
but
know it's
surely.
going to end up being Hans and,
Yeah.
and
Well,
McClane.
so he kills Carl's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kills the two guys that surprise him in that boardroom.
Yeah. After he sends the bomb down, they send him up there to go find him.
And you can maybe even say he kills those two because we don't see them again. The ones on that with the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
So you could say he's killed 5, and then he kills one of the guys that after Hans tries to kill McClane right there.
Yeah.
He kills one of the guys coming out of the elevator. So that's 6.
All right, here you go. You want an answer?
Yeah.
John McClane kills 10 people
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Die Hard.
Yeah.
This is the lowest kill count for any of the Die Hard movies in the series, according to the AI here. One of the terrorists, McClane kills 2 women, Katya and Mylene. Don't remember that.
Oh, they were in the later movies.
Okay.
I had to think about it. I was like, I don't remember any women terrorists in this movie.
Must be from the third one.
Yeah.
I don't remember any women in the second one.
I think the one where he's in with his son, like in Germany or something, there's some women.
Well, I know there's one in the 4th when he kills one of them, like throws her down an elevator shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there was that one. Well, the Asian guy that grabbed the candy bar, he kills him when he's trying to go to the roof. He's trying to save the hostages when they send him all to the roof. He literally opens the door and just boom, 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 boom.
Man, listen to this. John McClane has a surprising number of kills in each individual Die Hard movie, with the lowest being 10 in the first movie and the highest being 24 in the second movie. Despite a total of 73 kills across the franchise, this number is relatively low compared to other movie heroes.
See,
Keeping the kills per minute limited, the Die Hard movies give each death a bigger impact, which is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Showcasing that sometimes less is more when it comes to the action of the movie. That's from a Screen Rant article. You can go look it up. The title is "How Many People John McClane Kills in All 5 Die Hard Movies."
because like I said, it's been forever since I've seen the second one. Isn't there like a plane that he blows up?
In the second one, it happens
Yeah.
at the airport. Yes,
Yeah,
he
and so
does
that's
blow up a
that's
plane.
probably why
Yeah.
the body count's so high. 'Cause
Yeah.
he blows up a plane.
So in Die Hard, listen to this. There's one kill every 13 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you don't. you
So
get-
we talked about the pacing of the movie.
Yeah.
How it's just keeps you going consistently. In Die Hard 2, there's one kill every 5 minutes and 10 seconds.
tell people.
And Die Hard 2 was a shorter movie.
Yeah.
124 minutes compared to 132. Die Hard with a Vengeance, there is one kill every 9 minutes and 51 seconds. And then Live Free and Die Hard, one kill every 9 minutes and 55 seconds. So basically every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So interesting. There you go. That was a deep dive.
10 people.
10 people.
Well, the one thing I also noticed watching it recently, if you notice, in every scene he uses something that's on any floor.
Yeah, he MacGyvers it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he loses a machine gun like right away.
Yeah.
Until he gets another one.
So this is where we see, after he's injured his foot, and like I said, that scene of him pulling the glass out of his feet is just so painful. And then this is when the FBI, the morons FBI, decide to cut the power to the building.
Standard.
And that's when the final lock is let go, because I guess it's some kind of safety feature or something. When the power goes out, it just releases all the locks, whatever.
They have their little party.
Yeah.
And then what was it played? To play the Christmas song Hallelujah.
Yeah, they-
Yeah.
Safe open?
Hallelujah.
Yeah, another Christmas
Yeah.
favorite.
So this is where we see them kind of freaking out about the, all the Barabons and everything. And I mean, it's like, it's like Christmas,
Yeah,
it's for them.
It really is.
Funny how that is.
It is.
Let's see. And so this was the final straw of his tank top. He uses his tank top to bandage up his wounds. He wraps.
Finally takes it off.
Yeah, he takes off his shirt and he
Dirtiest piece of clothing he has to wrap around an open wound.
So he wraps his feet up, and this is this where he jumps off the? No. Is this where he jumps off the roof?
I think that's the next
scene. Okay.
Yeah, when he's trying to get the hostages
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
On the helipad. And then him and the henchmen have their big duel.
Yeah. You guys got anything else for the scene? You want to move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay. Final scene. McClane realizes they plan to blow up the roof when the armed helicopters arrive. He fights Carl to death. Hans discovers Holly as his wife. McClane instructs the hostages to return downstairs. He ties himself to a fire hose and jumps off. The roof explodes, killing the FBI. McClane shoots through a window, returning to the building. He shoots Hans, who falls out a window. Carl survives, so Al shoots him and saves McClane.
Then it snows.
Is there snow?
There's snow.
Is there?
Yeah, at the
Nice
end.
little Christmas touch.
So, in terms of a final bang to finish the movie, you get that memorable scene where the helicopter crashes into the building.
Oh, yeah.
And it seems like that had to be in the trailer.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
probably
think they
definitely the
probably
explosion
shot
was.
that with a model.
Yeah.
No.
They really flew. They really blew up the helicopter.
That's why Fox was so mad, because they actually, I mean, it wasn't a real helicopter. They built a helicopter to crash into the.
Like a life-size
helicopter. That's why they were
Life-size
so mad.
balsa wood helicopter.
They said they practically almost destroyed the Fox building doing all these explosions and everything. They were so mad.
And this is when you get the first how douchebaggy the FBI is.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
They were sitting there talking about what's acceptable casualty loss.
Yeah, they say, what is it, 20% or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
I can accept that. That's an
Yeah.
acceptable loss.
Let's talk about the death of Carl.
The death.
The death of Carl, because that was pretty gruesome, right? That's where, they've been sort of cat and mouse through the whole movie. And then they finally have that showdown.
Yeah. What's when Carl
and-
finds him?
Yeah,
They start
and
fighting.
in the beginning, he just is beating the daylights out of McClane.
Yeah.
And you feel like, man, he's going to,
He's talking smack the whole time. Too.
yeah.
Well, and see, that's when McClane gets his chance to. There's a chain set right there.
Yeah.
He wraps the chain around
Yeah.
Carl and pushes him. And you think he's dead. You think he's dead right there.
Yeah.
So the whole ending of him coming back and he's all bloodied up, so it's very shocking.
Yeah.
You see him at the end there. I actually forgot when I watched it the
Dude's
first
got
time
a
in while.
stout neck.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty amazing. That's gruesome when you're watching it. You're like, man, he's going to be suffocated. He's going to be hanged right there by
Yeah.
that chain.
Yeah.
No
But I
wonder.
guess that's what really, if you look at it, it's what's because it was tangled around his leg too. So maybe I think that.
Well, and I think he had his hand around the chain too, so that's probably one of the things that saved him was the fact that he still had it. It wasn't tied around his neck. So this is where we see the FBI trying, because this is right after the fight, he makes his way up to the roof and he sees all the hostages on the roof and he's like, "Go back down! They're about to blow up this roof. Go back down!" And he starts shooting his machine
Yeah.
gun to scare
They
them
think
down.
he's the bad guy.
Yeah, they think so they start shooting at him, and that's when he's like, "All right, I got to do something." So he grabs that fire hose and ties it around himself, and then all of a sudden the top explodes,
Yeah.
killing the FBI because they're morons. And then he jumps off, and luckily the fire hose unwraps, but then the whole thing comes off,
the reel comes off.
and he's laying there, and he shoots the window. Busts in the window. But then this scene was actually kind of nerve-wracking for me because he's tied to it and it's pulling him out the window. He's got to get it untied, and he's oh. And
And
drops.
you know, you ever messed around one of them nylon fire hoses? Once
I
them
haven't.
things knot on themselves, you ain't undoing it. you pretty much got to cut them. And one thing we hadn't really said, hadn't brought it back up in, but you know, let's remember our limo driver Argyle
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
in the base.
He has his hero moment too.
in the
So
garage.
many things happen behind him that he does not realize.
Yeah.
Because he's on the phone in the back of the limo with a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, I'm working late. Yeah.
Well, and so that's where we see the. I wish I knew his name. The tech guy of the group. He goes down and grabs the truck and then pulls the ambulance out.
Yeah.
So because this is what their way of for the terrorists to get away.
Once he knows there'd be a big explosion, there'd be a lot of
Yeah.
ambulance and first responders.
Right. So
The escape vehicle.
yeah, and this is when what's his
Argyle.
name? Argyle. He just drives that.
Dude, he
Right.
gets killed.
He just we'll see, and then he goes over and knocks him out. He's like, oh, and then Argyle just goes there and punches him out, and he's like, yeah.
I'm trying to look up homeboy's name. That was the tech.
Limo driver. Oh, it's the tech guy.
I always remember
Theo.
Theo.
Theo. I always remember him from Walker, Texas Ranger, because
Yeah.
me and my dad always watched Walker when I was a kid. We loved that show, but he was Walker's partner.
I'm
for the
trying
whole
to think.
series.
I don't. I know Hans probably said Theo a couple times, but it wasn't said very
I
well.
wouldn't remembered it. So, and then this is where we see McClane. He finds out where they're at where the safe's at. And he goes in there and he is just all bloodied up.
Oh, he's beat the crap.
Yeah, he's got no shirt on. His face is all beat up,
Sweaty.
and he's only got 2 bullets left. Mm-hmm. He's got his handgun taped onto his back.
Which
But
was,
you don't know that.
Yeah, you
No,
don't know
first
that.
time watching
when he
it,
first
you
walked
don't
up,
know
he
that.
thinks, I ain't got a gun, I ain't got any.
Well, because in just a second before he sees duct tape, like specialized duct tape.
Which was such an awesome thing. You know, I know other movies have like robbed that scene with the hiding the gun in the small of the back like that, but
Well, there's actually a throwback in Die Hard with a Vengeance. He has a pistol taped onto his back right at
Yeah.
the beginning of the movie.
I kind of feel like this was sort of a play on Good and the Bad and the Ugly, or Clint Eastwood's character in Fistful of Dollars and all that, where he puts the piece of metal underneath.
Under
his
his chest,
torso.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
It's
that.
a gotcha moment,
Yeah.
and
can you see that camera?
it's just a riff off of that. Like instead of doing the body armor, we're going to do the tape on the
He
back.
like
Yeah.
puts he's got his hands up and then he laces them behind his head. Like that's what a cop would tell you to do.
Well, see, and because Hans has Holly at gunpoint.
Yeah.
She's right in front of Hans, and then he just starts laughing for like no reason. Just starts laughing, and they're like, "Why?" And they're thinking, "Why is he laughing?"
And then the camera.
And he's like,
pans
"Holly,
back.
get down!" And then she gets down. He shoots Hans, and then shoots what do we call him? What's the singer? The guy that was the one that was at the guard at the desk.
Oh, Huey Lewis.
Yeah, yeah. He shoots the Huey Lewis guy in the head, and so they're both gone. But Hans is pulling Holly,
Yeah.
Because he,
out towards
he didn't
that window.
kill him. Yeah.
and so this is when we see McClane grab Holly, but he's still holding on by her watch band.
And this get a throwback to earlier when they were talking about they gave her a Rolex
Oh yeah,
for sealing a deal.
yeah,
And then the camera goes super slow motion right here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So just to build up the tension. I mean, they're pulling out all the stops in this last 2 minutes to make this as suspenseful as possible.
Oh yeah.
And it works.
So the only way to get him because Han's about to shoot both of them. He's gonna die. He's already been shot and he's about to fall out the building. So he's like, I'm gonna take you with me. Mm-hmm. So McClane pulls the clasp and he falls. And then of course that stupid captain's like, oh, I hope that's not a hostage, just because you just see Hans
See him
fall.
fall.
It's a pretty good death scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it sends him off in a grand finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
It's definitely an image. You can find memes of that one all the time too. The surprised look on his face
Yeah.
when he's falling.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that trope is pretty consistent through a lot of action movies where the bad guy falls off a cliff.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or whatever. But for some reason, I don't know why, Die Hard just does it better than anybody else.
yeah.
You know, the only other one that comes close or maybe even tops it a little bit is Gollum falling in
Yeah,
to
hold it.
Mount Doom,
yeah.
and he's holding the ring. But that's completely different. You know,
Yeah.
that's fantasy. This is more action, realistic.
That almost went like T2 with the whole thumb. And
So we see McClane and Holly. Everything's okay as far as they know.
Yeah.
They're walking out the building, and this is when McClane first actually meets Al face to face. And, they hug each other and everything. He introduces Al to Holly, and then this is when Carl comes out. Everybody starts screaming because Carl comes out. He's all bloody
Yeah.
up. He pulls out his machine gun, and then Al just blows him away.
with his little 6-shooter. Yeah.
Al gets his moment in the sun.
Because that's the first time he's pulled his gun and shot somebody since the kid he accidentally killed.
Yeah, I mean, so that just totally invalidates everything that Roger Ebert was talking about,
Yeah.
where his character doesn't mean anything. Like, dude, he saves the hero at the end of the movie.
He's the everyday guy.
He just missed it.
And the one thing I don't like that Ebert said, he called it a thriller. I don't see a thriller at all in this movie. This is pure action.
Yeah, it's total action.
So I don't
There's
know
nothing.
why he called it a thriller.
I mean, it may have thriller aspects, but not in the. I can think of other movies that are more of a thriller than. I mean, this is blow up, popcorn, action.
Yeah.
It's
Summer-
testosterone.
summer blockbuster.
Full of testosterone, and dudes love it.
So after he shoots him, that's when, what was his name? Reginald? The limo driver?
Argyle.
Argyle. I can't keep up
Talking
with
about Reginald Vale Johnson.
Argyle busts out of the gates there, and they're like, no, he's okay. He's
with
okay.
the wrecked Lincoln. He's with me.
And that's when they get in the limo, and you can see them.
Starts playing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," and then the snow flies.
And then they drive off and
Okay. And
into the movie.
You skipped over a part.
What did I skip over?
When Holly gets to meet the reporter.
Oh, well, and we totally skipped over what he did. You know, he invaded the house and everything.
Yeah.
Totally skipped over
That's
that.
just like a subplot that's
Yeah.
not really important to the main part of the movie.
But everybody wanted to see him get punched.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows you what he's willing to do. He's willing to go scare some kids and scare an old lady just to get a story.
Maybe
Then-
there's a conspiracy theory about Walter Peck and
There absolutely is. Maybe that's why he went and
Thorngood or
run
whatever
from
his name
there.
is.
I feel like when I saw that theory, I feel like I saw something on that. Like after Walter Peck got fired in the first Ghostbusters movie.
Change his name and become a
just
reporter.
as
reporter.
Reginald Vale Johnson always plays a cop, William Atherton always plays, that
An a-hole.
really snooty character. It's got to be a connection there. He got fired from the EPA
Yeah.
in Ghostbusters.
All right, you guys got anything else for this final scene? No?
Nope.
No. All right. So it's time for our famous scene of
Did not know that.
Derek. This comes back to what you were talking about earlier about the book. Die Hard was adapted from the Roderick Thorpe 1979 novel. Nothing Lasts Forever. It was a follow-up to his 1966 work, The Detective, which this is going to kind of throw you guys, which was adapted as a Frank Sinatra vehicle in 1968. As a result, Frank Sinatra was how do you say that? Contractually obligated first. They had to ask him first if he wanted to star in this movie
Wow.
because he was under contract with it.
This movie would not have played the same thing
I'm
with
trying to
old blue eyes.
I'm trying to
especially
picture him like,
what is this 1988?
yeah.
It ain't gonna
88 Frank Sinatra. He was old. And so this is what
I'm rolling out in a wheelchair.
This is what he said. He says, as expected and relief to all involved, he declined, saying, "I'm too old and too rich."
He ain't got time to fool with
I
that.
got time to know that. I got time.
Anybody got time for that?
All right. All right. So, Doug, let's start with you. What's your number one quote?
Oh man,
As we said, there's a lot.
there's a lot of them. I'd have to say one I'd probably still use these days. Welcome to the party, pal. That's probably one of my favorite quotes.
Yeah, that's one of the best ones. Derek, what about you?
That's a good one. Of also notable quotes. Come out to the coast. We'll get together. We'll have a few laughs.
Why he's in the air duct?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
9 million terrorists in the world, and I got to get the one with feet smaller than my sister. I mentioned that. You throw quite a party. I didn't realize they celebrated Christmas in Japan. Now I know what a TV dinner feels like.
That is a really good one.
Hans, Bubby, I'm your white knight.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's such a dislikable character, but the line is just so funny. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go. Welcome to the party, pal.
I love that quote.
Yeah, especially after what he just threw a dead body out the window.
Yeah.
And he's looking out. Yeah, I think that's my favorite one because the yippee-ki-yay line is so quiet. If you notice, because he's backing out the door, he's like yippee-ki-yay, and then he backs out the door. It's so quiet, but it's become the most famous.
Yeah.
It's
line.
definitely like one of the.
So I'll tell you what my favorite line is, and it's not even the best line of the movie. I think welcome to the party, pal, is the best line. Yeah. But this one is my favorite only because I saw a kid walking around the mall a few years ago when we were doing Christmas shopping. It was Christmas season, and he had one of those ugly sweaters on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the kid was wearing a Die Hard Christmas sweater, and he had the quote on the front of it, "I have a machine gun, ho, ho, ho."
Yeah.
And I saw that, I was like, dude! I saw that kid from across the way, and he was just like, what? That sweater is the Mac Daddy.
The greatest Christmas sweater.
That is my favorite quote. Not because it's the greatest quote in the movie, but because of that memory that's attached to it. Where I was like, this kid's 12. How has he seen Die Hard?
Well, and I would say that is probably maybe even second or third of the most famous quotes from this movie is, now I have a machine gun, ho, 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 ho. So I think that's one of the most famous quotes from the movie, too.
Yeah. But in terms of being able to just use a line in your daily talk, like, welcome to the party, pal, you're going to use that a whole lot more than
definitely.
I have a machine gun, ho, ho,
ho. Derek, what about the best scene for you? Or your favorite scene, best scene?
So you probably already know what mine is. It's the glass scene.
Yeah.
Him walking, running across that glass, and then
You could feel it.
yeah. I mean, if you're gonna pull out one scene from the movie, and show a kid and be like, "I'm gonna show you a clip of this movie."
Yeah.
And you tell me after seeing this if you'd be interested in watching it. Like that's the clip I'm going to pick out.
Yeah.
And show to like my son or somebody
Yeah.
of that age and be like, "You want to watch that movie now? I get your appetite wet."
Yeah.
And not only is it iconic, but just it's got the pain factor. Like you feel it. You know, like I was saying, you ever been stung on the foot, or you ever cut your foot, or even stepping on a Lego?
Stepped on a
Dude.
nail.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like you feel the pain in that, and to me, I still just have that vivid memory from the very first time I watched it. Of like, that's the first thing I think of when I think of Die Hard.
Yeah.
The glass.
Yeah,
Doug, what about best scene for you?
Okay, you guys are probably. I think it's my favorite scene and one of the best acted scenes of this movie.
Yeah.
It's when Alan Rickman, Hans, him and John first meet, and you go from he changes his accent like that
Oh yeah.
to become a scared American hostage.
Yeah.
And that whole interaction until he realizes John knows who he is, and then he goes right back to Hans. I really like that scene.
Well, and also in that scene, you can definitely see McClane. He looks around and he sees where Hans have got all the, where Hans got that name from, because it was like Bill Williams or something,
Yeah.
whatever it was. And you could see he's putting it together. And also it's the cigarettes too he puts together,
Yeah.
because the cigarettes he was smoking that they carried were so strong. And then he's like, well, this normal guy is all of a sudden smoking these cigarettes and it's not bothering him because they're like super non-filtered
Cowboy
Yeah.
Killers,
Cowboy Killers, yeah.
Marlboros.
Lucky Strikes.
I think I'm gonna go. I think my favorite scene is I'm gonna go with when he drops the body out and Al is freaking out. They're shooting his car. That he's got the dead body. He's
That's
backing out
hilarious.
the parking lot. I think that's gonna be my favorite
Yeah, it's
scene.
You
Derek
really can't go wrong here.
No,
There's
no,
so many
good ones.
moments in this movie. It's really just whatever hits you the most,
Yeah,
most memorable.
Derek, what about your favorite character?
So obviously, I love the John McClane character, but I got to give it to Alan Rickman in the movie. He is a great villain, and you've heard me say this. Whether it's an action movie, superhero movie, even sci-fi, that movie is going to be as good as the villain.
Yeah.
If you got a great villain, you're going to have a great movie.
Yeah.
Normally, because the hero has to rise to the occasion to defeat the great force against him. So I feel like Alan Rickman is a strong villain.
Yeah.
He's not your prototypical 80s villain.
No, that's
know?
this whole movie is not your typical 80s
Yeah.
movie.
But he's in the beginning you think, well, he's just all about white collar crime, and then you kind of get more into the movie, you find out, hey, he ain't afraid to get
Yeah,
his
this
hands
was a
dirty little
seriously
bit.
intellectual.
Yeah,
He's an international thief. I think he says something like that. He's a very good thief.
yeah. So I feel like he's my favorite character, and he's a very memorable.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna remember this character for a long time. He's gonna go Hans Gruber. I mean, you say that name, and people of a certain age are gonna be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about."
Yeah, definitely. Doug, what about your favorite character?
Well, I'm in 100% agreement with Derek. Hans is my favorite character. I mean, Bruce Willis done a great job,
Yeah.
but Hans, totally. I could watch another movie as him being the villain. You could just tell by he's a great actor. He pulled it off.
Well, so I'm gonna say my favorite character is Al, the cop. But I also will give an honorable mention to Bruce, because for this being his pretty much first movie, and this literally made him an action star.
Oh yeah.
And a star for what, 30 years,
Long time.
40
Yeah.
years?
Yeah.
And So I'm definitely going to give him an honorable mention, but I just loved Al in this movie because, like Derek was saying, we know him from so many different things. He's trying his best to help McClane out, but then he's also dealing with his stupid captain that thinks he knows it all and he knows nothing. But Al has the what's the word? Intuition. He knows. He's like, this guy's a good guy, so he knows it.
I think everybody who's ever worked like a blue collar job, maybe like where you're a driver or you are a delivery person or your administrative people are detached from the work that you do. Like you got your boots on the ground and everybody identifies with that because it's like your boss is pushing you and telling you to do all this stuff. And it's like, come ride with me for one day and see what it's like.
Show you what it's really like.
The reality versus what you're being told to get from your employees are two different things.
And I've had several.
Yeah. I think everybody can identify with that.
All right. I'm going to read this. Hey, guys, if you're loving this podcast, be sure to click follow on your favorite podcast app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we're also on YouTube. And hopefully soon, don't know if it's going to be this one, but soon going to be video on YouTube as well. Give us a review, 5-star rating, and maybe you can share an episode that you love with a friend.
Vidya.
All right. So, Doug, let's start with you. If you want to give your final, if you want to give your score and your final thoughts on the movie.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
Wait a second. Let me interject
go ahead,
something.
go ahead.
Give your final score and why you think it's a Christmas movie. We'll combine all that.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Or not a Christmas movie.
We're doing this. Okay, so I'm gonna give this. This movie just hit at the right time when they was becoming a hole for all these action stars had been pigeonholed into a certain way you see them, and then you have Die Hard that just took it to a whole nother direction, and it spurned so many movies after this. I'm gonna give this a solid. I'm gonna say 3.5.
3.5
out of 5. Yeah,
Okay.
and just for the fact of every single, I mean, if you was to try to look up the Christmas references in this movie, it's definitely it's a low kill rate, so you can't use that. They killed too many people. It's not a Christmas movie. It's not. So the whole movie is based around Christmas. It's a Christmas party, Christmas presents, Christmas music playing. It is 100% a Christmas movie, and I mean, argue with me, prove it. Try to change my mind.
Doug is that meme of the guy sitting
at the desk.
behind the table with a
Change
cup
my
of
mind.
coffee.
Yeah.
Change my mind. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Change my mind.
So I give it 3.5 Santa hats
All right.
out of 5.
Derek, you want to give your score and final thoughts?
So, yeah, I'm right there along with IMDb. IMDb gave it an 8.2. I feel like that's very fair. So I guess for our rating system, that would be a 4.
You want to do a 4?
I feel like one reason why we give this movie a higher mark is its rewatchability.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be Christmas, right? You can watch this movie anytime. It doesn't seem to get old. The pacing is great. You can pick up this movie at any point in its progress and enjoy it.
Yeah.
The action still holds up. The acting
Effects
is
are
really
great.
pretty good. There's a lot of humor injected into the action.
Yeah.
It's just got so many iconic moments, like Doug said, that redefined action movies. And so, to me, this movie's got everything you would want in an action flick. It's got great characters, great villain, good pacing, special effects are amazing. Again, like I said at the beginning, you don't have to have a complex story to make the movie awesome. It's a very simple story.
Yeah.
Good guy, bad guy.
But it's executed well. And so I feel like that's why I give it maybe a higher score. And in my opinion, I think, yes, you can definitely make the argument that it is a Christmas movie. I think if you strip away the Christmas trappings from the movie, it hurts it.
Yeah.
Everything that Doug mentioned, the whole reason why John McClane is in Los Angeles is because of Christmas. He's trying to reconnect with his family because that's what you do in the holidays.
Yeah.
And so if you remove that, I mean, it sort of loses something.
Yeah, and that's the reason there's only one company there in the building.
There's a Christmas, the movie starts with a Christmas party.
Yeah. Yep.
Christmas music. It's got Winter Wonderland, Let It Snow, Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC, Ode to Joy. John's wife has a Christmassy name, Holly. Come on.
It's written into it, dude.
And of course, like I said, it snows at the end. Yeah. So it's got that happy ending. But
Christmas miracles.
And I know that there are people who will vehemently disagree. But I think if you strip the Christmassy away from it, I think that you just got a movie that with a completely different feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but again,
What?
What was that?
we can be frenemies. We can be frenemies.
Absolutely. We can still agree and love each other.
Yeah.
All right. So this one, so I'm only going to give this a 3. So I hadn't seen the movie in a long time, and like I said, I watched it like twice. It's a good movie. It's just not my favorite. Die Hard with a Vengeance is my favorite Die Hard movie. I think they amped it up so much with that third one, and come on, it's got
Samuel L.
Come on. It's not my favorite, and honestly, I'll go ahead and say it. I'll probably never watch it again.
What?
It's not that I'm gonna go search it out.
Scrooge.
No, listen. Let me have my time. You guys had your time. It's nothing I'm gonna go search out for. If I'm gonna watch a Die Hard movie, then I'm gonna go and watch the third one because, like I said, it's my favorite one. Mm-hmm. It's a good movie. It's definitely a start of the normal guy action film. So this was definitely a good movie. Like I said, I just don't think I would, unless if it was on TV, I'd probably sit there and watch it, but I'm not going to go search for it. So with that being said, I don't think it's a Christmas movie. I have no desire to watch it on Christmas. If I'm going to watch a Christmas movie, I'll actually watch a real Christmas movie, like, I don't know, Christmas
Lethal
Vacation, Scrooged,
Batman
It's
Returns.
a Wonderful Life. You know,
He didn't even take the bait on that one.
but I just don't. I mean, if you guys want to say it's a Christmas movie, because I know that's like one of the biggest debates when it comes to when it comes to these Die Hard movies. But if you want to watch it during Christmas, that's great. That's wonderful.
If it's not a Christmas movie, then why in Die Hard 2 do they also make it about Christmas?
Because it takes place a year later.
Oh, so you're agreeing it is in the Christmas time of the year. So
Yes.
so how could you watch this movie and not get the feeling?
And
of
also,
Christmas?
I love watching an action Christmas movie that came out in July. That was fun.
It's kind of like doing a Christmas podcast.
No.
in
Christmas in July.
August.
Like I said, if you guys want to watch it during Christmas, if you think it's a Christmas movie, that's great. I just don't.
Calm down, Karen.
I have no desire to watch it on Christmas. But yeah, I just don't. I messed that up. I just don't have no desire to watch it on Christmas.
Okay.
So sorry. Let me figure this up. I don't have my phone, so.
Mental math.
Carry this.
So it came out to a 3.5. Which it's still good. That's still good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys got anything else for the movie?
So I'd say if you're of a younger generation, definitely give Die Hard a chance. There's going to be some stuff in there that you're going to have a hard time relating to simply because of the late 80s. Like if you were born in the internet era, it may be a struggle for you to get into. The movie does date itself, but if you can watch it with that understanding, you're getting into a good ride. Not the greatest action movie you're ever going to watch. I think that belongs to T2. But certainly if you're gonna call yourself a action movie connoisseur,
Yeah.
you gotta have some respect for Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't
It
seen
started
it,
a new
you need to go
genre.
Yeah.
watch it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a good action movie, but it's just like
That you'd never watch again.
But Nathan would disagree with me. I think it's very rewatchable.
Oh, yeah.
no.
says
Listen,
it's not, and he
I'm
doesn't
not
have the
saying,
desire.
Listen, I just don't like. I'm not gonna go search for it. Like I said, if I'm gonna watch a Die Hard movie, I'll watch the third one because, like I said, that's my favorite. But if you have not seen Die Hard, go watch Die Hard. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad I've seen it. I thought it was a good action movie, but it's just nothing. I'm like, you know.
See, the way that you feel about Die Hard is the way that I feel about Running Man.
Oh no, that's not even on
It's
the
the way.
same.
It's the way that I
No.
feel about Fifth Element. It's the way that I feel about several other action
Yeah.
movies where it's like, okay, I saw it once, meh, it's sort of mid. Actually, Running Man is bad, even though they're remaking it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Remember, people, Derek just said he put Running Man and Die Hard on the same level. That's what he just said.
Die Hard is way better.
He said that. And
Die
yes,
Hard
Die
is
Hard
way
is way better. But I just don't, I don't know. I just don't have the desire to watch it again.
No, he put the way you feel about Die Hard as the same level as Running Man. Yeah.
So that
All
and
right.
that opens an interesting debate about like a movie can be good, and yet it may not hit right for you.
Right.
And a movie can be really corny and bad, and it hits with you, and you're like, I know this is a bad movie, but for whatever reason, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like you can have that feeling. It's a strange.
Well, and Derek, you're extremely right because I have fun with watching Running Man, but Die Hard is a better movie, but it didn't hit me like Running Man does. I have fun watching it because it's so stupid and cheesy.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not really about the movie; it's about the memories attached to
Right.
that movie, or when you saw it in your life, or who you saw it with.
Yeah.
Or maybe your dad introduced it to you, and your dad really loved it, and so for that reason, I don't know, you just have an attachment to it.
Yeah.
And it's weird how that you can have that dynamic, and sometimes it's more about the memories attached to the experience of seeing the movie rather than based on the merits of the
movie
itself.
itself.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's close this. All right. That's all for today's episode, folks. We hope you enjoyed our crawl through the air duct in the world of 1988's Die Hard. Join us next time on Video Rental as we tackle another classic movie. Until then, stay cinematic and remember, welcome to the party, pal.